Hello and welcome to the VSU Soccer Complex. I'm Darian Atkinson and with me is Josias Valdez. We are here for the inaugural event of VSU Women's Soccer, and I got to tell you, it's a beautiful day and we have a lot of people out here in the stands. Josias, what do you have for us today as far as keys to the game?
Well, Darian, as far as happiness and buzz in the air, there's nothing like it right now out here in the stands. I have not seen this kind of buzz, this kind of excitement over the inauguration of many things here, at Valdosta State University, and the turnout tonight has been amazing. The stands are just live right now. The facilities are just great in this brand new soccer facility that they cut the ribbon on a couple of weeks ago, and it just proves to be just a great day in VSU history. And I'm just glad to be a part of it with you, Darren.
Well, we have the Lady Blazers facing Georgia Southwestern, the Lady Canes, and I'm telling you, it should be a great matchup today. It should be a great first test for the Blazers. Josias, what do you think?
Well, I mean, for the Blazers, I feel like this is going to be a really great match for them. This is going to be a time where they can showcase their skills, where they can really show Valdosta what they have to offer and really what they mean for the GSC. Because even coming into this game, never having played a game in VSU history, never even being involved in the game of soccer, the GSC coaches poll rated them as finishing the season 6th out of 8 teams. So they've already been put before 2 teams. And, that really goes to show that we do really have some talent out here. And this will be a pretty good test and a pretty good showcase of what they're capable of doing.
Well, like you said, they have been placed 6 out of 8 teams in the GSC, and they do have some great players. But I think a large part of that has to be with Coach Melissa Hines. I mean, she started out some great soccer programs in the nation, such as Winthrop, and she's here at VSU.
Yes, definitely. Melissa Hines is well known as far as the soccer community is concerned for being a great mind for the game, having a great relationship with her players, and just really just being a guru as far as we can state it, in this game and being able to have a good relationship with people. Whereas she has started, big time names as far as soccer programs are concerned, like with Winthrop being a major Division I school. So yes, and here we are seeing, the first few kicks and the first few touches in VSU soccer history. And for a quick rundown, as far as the starters that you see on the field, at goalkeeper, we have Olivia Mills, which is also one of the GSC impact players, one of the new GSC impact players coming into the conference. She's from Colorado Springs, Colorado. She's a freshman. Also, we have number 3, Abby Edwards, in the midfield. She's a freshman from Sugar Hill, Georgia. We also have Emily Cooper, a midfielder and forward from Auckland, New Zealand. And then we also have Rebecca Miller from Macon, Georgia. She's also a freshman. And Caroline Moore, a midfielder from Greenville, South Carolina. Ariel Sabina, number 10, a defender from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Also Hannah Mulkey, a midfielder freshman from Toccoa, Georgia. Then Carly Lentz, which is a midfielder freshman from New Berlin, Wisconsin. Then we have Sheely Culp, number 17, a midfielder from Conyers, Georgia. Leanne Bishop, a midfielder from Noonan, Georgia. And finally, a forward from Tifton, Georgia, Blakely McClellan.
And it looks like we're going to have our first corner kick of the game right here for VSU. And you see them lining players up just outside the box trying to get ahead on this ball.
That's defender Ariel Sabinas. He's a junior getting ready for the corner kick.
And it's deflected by number 17 of Georgia Southwestern. VSU does regain possession of the ball here.
And it definitely seems like VSU is starting to put a lot of pressure on it early, even out the gate. We can tell that Coach Hines is a very offensive-minded coach. She's got a lot of midfielders on the team, and midfielders can double up easily for defenders. As far as to be a midfielder, you have to be pretty diverse in the game. You have to be pretty. You have to have a lot of different skills, more of like a utility type, so that if you need to, you can press up, and as far as offense is concerned, or if needed to, you could also drop back and play some little bit of defense depending on what's going on in the game.
And it does look like a free kick is going to be taken right there, right at midfield. And it's into the box, but headed away right there by number 10, Ariel Sabina.
Yes, and like I was saying earlier, as far as Olivia Mills is concerned, our goalkeeper, despite being a freshman and not having any college experience, standing at 5'9", she's got a great body for a goalkeeper. And as far as Coach Mel Hines is concerned, her quote as far as Mills is concerned is that she states her as a very strong impact player and an elite level goalkeeper, and she's definitely got some credentials to her name.
And I know that we've been on Mills here for a little bit, but I would think that that's how you would want to start out a soccer program, Josiah, is with a very strong goalkeeper.
Oh, definitely. A goalkeeper is definitely an anchor for a team because you know you don't want to be caught up in a situation where you're left hung out to dry with a mediocre goalkeeper, because that's really your last line of defense.
We just saw some pretty fancy ball handling right there by number 20, Blakely McClellan. And we're going to have a throw in here by VSU.
Yes, Blakely McClellan, she is also known pretty locally. She's from Tifton, Georgia, folks, and she's known for being able to, for having really good foot skills, really good ball skills. She likes to take over the game. She likes to be in a lot of different spots at the same time.
And Georgia Southwestern gains control of the ball again and kicks it out of the box, but is headed right back in there by VSU.
Yeah, and going back to McClellan, that really is a great pickup for VSU, as they've got a play here in the box. That is McClellan. Yeah, she scored 26 goals last season as her senior year at Tipp County. She also led Tipp County to 3 region championships, and also she led her team to a national championship at the Elks Lodge soccer shootout. So she's definitely got a lot of soccer experience, even though this is we are watching the first few moments of her college experience. Hopefully she's got a future ahead of her.
And that is kicked right into the box, headed by McClellan, but she couldn't really keep it under control.
And really, I like to see how VSU has kept really good control of the ball. They've really controlled the game as far as ball possession is concerned, with the amount of time that they've had the ball. So it's great to see the ball on this side of the field a lot.
Ball is headed several times before number 8 gained control of it for VSU. And that's a shot on goal, and it's saved. Good stop right there by the Georgia Southwestern goalkeeper, Amber Bahari.
That right there kind of almost made me jump out of my seat right there, Darren. That was close. We may have almost seen the first bit of action, as she got a little bit of room right there.
I was definitely looking for the through ball right there to number 3 that was running right down the side of the field, but she couldn't get it to her.
Yes, definitely. That was Abby Edwards, number 3 on the outside. She's a midfielder, but she likes to run up and take part in the offense as much as she possibly can.
And Josiah, that's one thing that I've noticed, is that VSU has runners going right up there to the box.
Definitely.
Like looking for that pass, and like you said, Coach Hines.
And yes,
you can see that offensive mentality right
exactly. There. That's Coach Hines having great trust in their players, and really that, as far as where you can start thanking in that regards, is the recruitment for VSU. VSU did a great job recruiting. They went as far out as to Colorado Springs, Colorado, like we were stating earlier with goalkeeper Olivia Mills. So I mean, they've done a great job. With recruiting, as far as recruiting is concerned. So Coach Hines isn't afraid to let some of our midfielders make some runs, and even possibly drop back some of our forwards, as we have here Rebecca Miller making some moves, trying to get into the box.
Just attempted a cross right there.
So definitely the midfielders are definitely getting their money's worth out here today. They've got a lot of work to do. As right here we see probably some of the first bit of action from our defensive line, and that's a great defensive stop by number 9 Caroline Moore, one of the GSC top newcomers.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Good idea right there by number 20 Blakely McClellan. She headed the ball backwards, trying to see if someone was going to make a run for it.
And folks at home, we just wanted to read something to you briefly. Here's a quick statement from our director of athletics, Herb Reinhardt. He says, To all of our Valdosta State fans and family, this is an exciting day for our athletic program. Since announcing the addition of our women's soccer program approximately 2 years ago, we have counted down the days until our first game. And finally, that date is here. Thank you for being a part of our inaugural game, and tonight will be a celebration capped off with fireworks. I am proud to welcome Blazer Soccer and our Blazer Soccer student athletes into the VSU athletic family. Sincerely, Herb Reinhardt, Director of Athletics.
And I got to tell you, that's the deepest that I've seen that ball on VSU's side of the field. I mean, Georgia Southwestern finally, it looks like, tried to mount a little bit of offense right there.
Yes, definitely. They're starting to, kind of probably settle down a little bit in the game, so figure out where is it that they need to go. A couple of through balls there and a couple of extra touches by the players definitely sets up, maybe a little bit something that they had brewing there. But it seems like all the players are bunching a lot. Like everybody's kind of jumping onto the ball instead of kind of maintaining their positions and kind of keeping their end of the field held down. Even though it is kind of sad, we haven't seen Olivia Mills get any action in.
And here we go, VSU trying to mount some offense. They pass the ball to number 9. And she's looking for a through ball. And there's the cross.
Good ball.
Oh.
Ooh, that definitely got a couple of Blazer fans out of their seats as Rebecca Miller looked like she was about to do a little bit of work for VSU and set up the first goal, the first point in VSU history.
And right now it's looking, the question isn't if VSU is going to score, it's when they're going to score, the way that they've been playing offense here.
That's right. Goalkeeper Amber Bari, a junior from Suwanee, Georgia, for Georgia Southwestern, is definitely getting a workout back there.
When available, go for line or one. Oh, okay.
Georgia Southwestern once again having a very tough time getting that ball past VSU's midfield. And a good defensive play right there by number 9 of VSU.
Whoa, number 22.
And that was Carolyn Moore.
Number 22, Julia Wells right there getting a little physical. It seemed like the Blazer fans enjoying that too much.
And the ball is into the box of Georgia Southwestern.
It's a long through ball right there.
And
there goes Blakely.
Blakely McClellan playing very hard right now. Is that ball in a very dangerous position for Georgia Southwestern. And McClellan is going to earn a throw-in for her efforts. And there's the cross.
Oh,
shot was deflected by Georgia Southwestern defender, and she clears it out.
And by the trajectory of that ball, Abby Edwards got a really good leg on that. She hit that solid. It was definitely going to go straight. It would have been a shot on goal, but that was also a good defensive stop by Georgia Southwestern there. Recognizing where the ball was and recognizing what they needed to do without committing a foul.
Here's another attempt at a through ball in.
Yeah, that'll stay out of bounds for the goal kick.
And VSU TV brings you Saturday Fright Special every Saturday at 9 p.m. at midnight. Join host Scarewolf as he leads you through classic monster movies on Saturday Fright Special. Get your friends together and grab some popcorn before it grabs you. And Georgia Southwestern with the goal kick right here. So she's going to punt it to midfield.
Oh, yeah, we need a run right there. Oh, that is a perfect head. That's a perfect header to Abby Edwards. As she's got some room in front of her, she might cross this right here for a play.
Passes it back to 19. There's the through ball. Couldn't get it in.
Little lob pass in there. Couldn't find. That looks like Abby Edwards in there ready and prepared for it. Maybe they would have switched sides. They had number 15, Hannah Mulkey, available back here on the midfield. maybe a little bit more solid passing would have created a little bit of a better play right there. And just to educate our fans a little bit more on our coach, Melissa Hines, she comes to Valdosta State after serving as the head coach for Division
Blakely
One school
McClellan right
Winthrop.
there.
Oh, she's got some space.
Oh, the ball
good through
deflected right there.
She is not offside. She was behind the last defender before this pass was made, and
VSU working very hard for a shot right now on goal, but just as hard working as Georgia Southwestern's defenders.
Something good that I'm seeing here, Darian, is that they have a lot of different girls that are getting touches inside the box. It seems like they're not afraid to step up and do some work for their team. No one's really lagging back, playing all nervous and stuff like that. The people attacking are in a full attack mode, and that's really great to see. That keeps the defense on their heels and not knowing who to go to when they have more than one player to look for. Whereas in some professional teams, they may have one or two prolific scorers that are known around the world, and then a lot of setup men. It looks like VSU is very well balanced from the offensive standpoint.
And another goal kick here by Georgia Southwestern, and that ball is going to reach close to midfield, but it's headed back right into Georgia Southwestern's box. And we're going to have a throw-in.
Looks like another throw. Like I was saying earlier, Darian, I mean, these guys are just – these girls actually are just, just putting on so much pressure. The ball is just always constantly around the 18, about the 18-yard line right there outside the big box. And like I was saying about Coach Hines, she did coach at Division I Winthrop for 7 seasons. And she started the Eagle program from scratch and was named NCAA Division I Coach of the Year for first-year programs by the National Soccer Coaches Association after leading her 2003 team to a 7-12-1 record, including a 3-3-1 mark in the Big South Conference play. So for an inaugural team going 3-3 in the conference is actually pretty good.
I'll tell you one thing, Josiah, this VSU defense, when they get a chance, the defenders that VSU has are very good. They're on the ball, very solid, not letting anything get past them.
It seems like they have a really great chemistry. Like they always know where the other defender is. They always know where to go with the ball once they make a stop, once they make a solid tackle, and that really makes your offensive job a lot easier.
And a good idea right there with the through ball, trying to find number 8, Rebecca Miller.
Yeah, and that tells you right there, that was Sheely Cope, that when the ball came to her all the way on the outside, she's playing right defender today. That shows you some of the ball skills that they have. Where when she had the opportunity, she dribbled some and she took control of the ball and she went up and she was the one that provided the through ball. So that really shows you how complete some of our defenders are, and that goes back to show you, the great job that our VSU staff has done with the recruiting. As we have here, number 9, Caroline Moore, making a run and then crossing into the middle. That was a great ball.
Oh, and you saw number 5 right there. Emily Cooper wanted that ball.
Yeah, Cooper, she had that look in her eye like she really wanted to try her luck, and it was close.
VSU kicking the ball back out, trying to set things up again. And there's the cross to number 15.
Ball. Great ball!
Goal! What a through ball, what a cross to number 15, and we have our first VSU goal in women's soccer history. Hannah Mulkey.
Number 15, Hannah Mulkey with the header.
Expecting, and then your own teammates recognizing that, and that pass from, I'm not sure, Darian, I'm not sure who that pass came from. I was trying to see where it came from, but It came. Oh, all right. It looks like it came from our number 5, Emily Cooper. She came to her, and it was really perfect. Moki had no defense on that. All she had to do was redirect the ball, and that is all she did. It was just a great shot on goal.
A great finish right there by Moki, and what an exciting first goal for VSU.
That was definitely not an easy goal. That was a header from what looked like probably a good 15 yards out, and it was also at a diagonal. She just caught the keeper on her heels. It was a great shot. It was a great shot. So VSU puts the ball in the back of the net in the 28th minute of the inaugural match of Blazer soccer.
And they're looking to do it again. You can tell that goal really got them excited.
And that also puts a lot of pressure on Georgia Southwestern. There's a lot of people in the stands out here today. The fans are making a lot of buzz. They know that this is the inaugural soccer game for Blazer soccer, and knowing that they are also now trailing behind early or relatively early in the first half. It really puts them in the rough position going into halftime, and we'll see how that plays out for them going into the second half.
And for a team that just came together, like you said earlier, VSU showing really a lot of chemistry out there.
Here comes another pass to Hannah Mulkey, who's also got some room. She's really had room all day. Like, the defense doesn't really seem like they're respecting her too much, even though she did just put one in the back of the net from a good 15 yards out on the left side. And you were right, Darren. What a great way to start out Blazer soccer. Like, a lot of pressure, a lot of offense, the midfield really controlling the middle of the field, which is so crucial in the game of soccer. I was a midfielder myself, Darren, when I was in high school, and my senior year at Open Bible Christian School, we won. I was a midfielder on our state championship team, and really, our coach really stressed to us how important it was to control the midfield, and that's what we were known for. We had a really good balance, and really that's all we did, even when we faced tougher opponents, and we ended up being the state champions. So really, the midfield is extremely important, and that is a great way to kick it off as far as scoring is concerned from one of our midfielders.
Well, like you said, VSU definitely controlling the middle of the field right now. As Georgia Southwestern, I think this may be only the 5th or 6th time they've even gotten past midfield.
And something else I like to see, Darian, is how Ariel Sabina, she's been back there and she's really controlled that defensive line. She's been on every side. She's kind of got like a sweeper type mentality. And folks at home, what a sweeper does is that sometimes it can be a midfielder that has an extra midfielder that has dropped back onto the defensive line, or if there's a defensive line of 4, sometimes the coach would like to select one of the defenders and either move them slightly ahead of the defensive line or slightly behind the defensive line, and to cover all sides of the field. That's sweeping is really what they do. It's within the name. They kind of clean up any mess that any defender may have created, and they just kind of hold down the base of the field, as we see some footwork here from number 9, Caroline Moore. So yeah, so Ariel Sabina, number 10, back there on the defensive line, has really done some great work for VSU today.
And once again, VSU playing around the Georgia Southwestern outside box. And they're looking, it looks like they were looking for a cross, but just couldn't find the right angle for it. And number 15 looking to make a cross, couldn't quite get it, but still battling very hard for the ball. Great job right there by Hannah Mulkey.
There's Mulkey holding down the left side again. And here's Georgia Southwestern with a little bit of room. It just feels like everywhere you look, there's about 5 white jerseys on you. That is great defense from VSU. Even though this right here might be the first legitimate run that I've seen Georgia Southwestern do in a good few minutes. But then again, it is cleaned up right away by Emily Cooper. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, Darian. That shows you a really balanced midfielder. She's a midfielder slash forward. She can play either the forward or the midfielder position. But look how far back she just dropped to help out her team and play some defense. She's over here probably close to 30 yards on the other side of the field, on the defensive side. And she cleans it up and she flashes some of her ball skills right there. And that's just something great to see. That shows you that Melissa Hines is doing a great job coaching her team to really back each other up and have great team chemistry. And folks at home, listen to WVVS Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight for your dose of nostalgia entitled Lest We Forget. Host Skip Gildersleeve spins college radio classes as WVVS celebrates 40 years of music on the edge. That's Lest We Forget, Sunday nights from 9 to midnight, only on Blaze FM.
And Carolyn Moore tries to lob a ball through over the defense, but doesn't quite work out as the Georgia Southwestern goalkeeper Bahari gets to it, and she looks like she's gonna punt the ball away here.
Yeah, it looks like she had her eyes set on number 8 Caroline Moore, but looks like Caroline may have not been fully ready for that pass, and it was just a little bit too deep for her, and the defense was there waiting on it. And I think it's safe to say that VSU has controlled the ball probably close to upwards about 80% of the game. I mean, I feel like we can count the touches that Georgia Southwestern has had on the ball. I mean, maybe on two hands. It just seems that VSU is making crisp passes, knowing where each other is. Like look at that footwork right there from Blakely.
McClellan
yes,
is making a run here.
That's a great ball.
Good
That's a great
move.
ball. Oh, she's knocked down in the box. That looks like that might be a penalty kick. That might have been inside the box.
And we'll have to see what the referee calls here.
That looks like that foul was committed by number 23, Courtney Simpson. And the referee had to come up and warn her because it looked like she wasn't going for the ball there on her second attempt to get that tackle.
And we'll see.
And we have a direct free kick coming in here from, it looks like, is that Abby? Perfect cross.
And it's saved right there. A good header right there by Abby Edwards. But the goalkeeper Bahari really doesn't want to let another ball.
And Darian, something that that coaches likes to stress is that when you're performing a header in soccer, if it's going to be an offensive header, you want it hard and low. Defensive headers, you want them high and more of a lob to get your defense a good amount of time and get your teammates a good amount of time to get there and control the ball. But if you're on offense, you want a hard and low shot if you are close within range. And right there, that header came from probably a good 5 or 6 yards out. Maybe if it would have been just a little bit more crisp, a little lower to one of the corners, she would have had a probably better attempt on that one.
VSU really pressuring this ball.
See,
that's a mistake right there by Georgia Southwestern. Almost turns possession over to VSU.
That's just sloppy passing right there. The passes need to be more crisp. They need to be right on the foot of the next player. And Georgia Southwestern is really leading their teammates just a bit too much.
VSU desperately trying to clear that ball,
Great.
and they do.
Great. Sometimes it's not always about completely booting the ball out of there. You got to be able to get some control, and that's exactly what she did. That was great.
And here we go, a run almost made right there by number 8, it looks like, Rebecca Miller.
It's Miller showing some athleticism right there, just running up from out of nowhere and just taking the ball away with the header right there. And that sets up a goal kick for Olivia Mills. This will be the first goal kick in VSU history, as finally looks like Olivia Mills is, picking up the ball right there. Even though it is a good idea, try to keep it away from the keeper. I mean, that really is, I guess, the point of your defense right there. And it seems like we have a sub on the Georgia Southwestern side.
And it looks like number 12, Heather Tholey, comes in for Georgia Southwestern. Is Georgia Southwestern already making some changes?
Yeah, head coach Tony Economopoulos from Georgia Southwestern seems like he's really going to have to start switching up a few things over here. I mean, seems like Georgia Southwestern they just kind of look like they just kind of look a little out of control. They're not really holding down their positions as tight as you'd like to see from a soccer team, and VSU is taking advantage of them in the midfield.
And Josiah, I know for our viewers, they may be used to seeing substitutions made earlier, or not earlier, but later in the game. But if you see an obvious problem, then I think it's a great move by the Georgia Southwestern coach to go ahead and get someone in there and try to fix it.
Definitely. I mean, Darian, soccer is such a game that is so dependent on your teammates. I mean, not one single person can start at one end of the field and dribble all the way down unless your last name is Ronaldinho or something like that. And really, that only happens once every how many years? I mean, you really don't see that from soccer. So being so dependent on your teammates and creating that team chemistry, you really only rarely, as far as the pros are concerned, see changes in the lineup for conditioning purposes. Sometimes late in the game when some of your players are getting really tired, you have a comfortable lead.
And a shot missed right there by VSU, just wide of the goal right there. And once again, we see that constant pressure that VSU is putting on that Georgia Southwestern defense.
And the goal kick now from number 25, Amber Bari, keeper from Suwanee, Georgia, for Georgia Southwestern. Oh, great little touch right there back.
And a through ball.
Sets up a perfect through ball.
And is just a little bit too fast paced right there
maybe
for
just a little bit too hard.
Abby Edwards.
It was a great through ball. Maybe caught Abby Edwards a little bit off guard.
And I know one thing that VSU has to be excited to see is that we still have people constantly pouring into this stadium.
There's really nowhere else for the people to sit right now, Darian. These stands are completely piled up. We have fans sitting all along the grass on both sides of our grandstand and in the front. And it really feels like all the action has been on the right side of the field. I mean, there really hasn't been too much action over here on the left side besides that first goal from Hannah Mulkey.
And we have 3 substitutions coming in. We have number 13, who is Lauren Hale, number 18, who is Kayla Reed. And we'll try to get you the other person as soon as we can.
Yeah, they kind of just came in pretty quick right there. I didn't even get a chance to see them. They were ready in play. And that's a good idea, switching sides of the field, but that pass definitely needs to be a little bit more crisp. And that's great defense right there from number 17, Sheila Cope.
And it's going to be it's like a foul was called right there against VSU. And that's going to give Georgia Southwestern a free kick. And VSU really battling right there to keep that ball out of their box. And folks, just so you know, number 18, Kayla Reed, she is a forward, and number 13, Lauren Hale, is a midfielder. So Coach Hines definitely trying to keep her players fresh out there, it seems like.
Oh, of course. With all the offense that we've been seeing, Darian, I mean, the girls have to stay fresh so they can keep pouring on that onslaught, and it's what it looks like. What it looks like it's been. And really, we have to be surprised we haven't seen even more points coming from the Blazers side with all the opportunities that they've had. Where the Blazers have 4 shots, and Georgia Southwestern, the Hurricanes, really, they don't even have a single shot yet.
And it looks like we're going to have a corner kick. And number 10 of VSU, Ariel Sabina, is going to be taking this one.
There's Ariel Sabina just holding it down and really showing why she's got that anchor position on the defensive line. I mean, she's got great foot skills, and that is a perfect cross ball coming. Ooh,
almost right there.
That corner kick was
effort.
textbook. Darian, that was a textbook corner kick. She put it just high enough to give her offense just the time to be able to run in there and get there, keeping the defense off guard. And that attempt came from Leanne Bishop, the midfielder. She jumped up and she got an easy head and shoulders above everybody else, but just a little bit off target. But it's still considered a shot on goal. That was a great attempt by the Blazers.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have that last substitution that we couldn't get to you earlier. There's going to be Casey Ponder, another forward, that came in for VSU.
Ooh, yeah, that was definitely a foul. I was expecting for them to call that. Number 12 from Georgia Southwestern, Heather Thiol, really got a little bit physical there with Kayla Reed, our forward substitution. And we have a free kick coming here from number 5, Emily Cooper. She's got a few options on the right side.
I'm definitely looking at number 18, Kayla Reed, to try to make a run.
And she kicks it right
Cooper
over that
to
two-man wall.
Side.
And with an opportunity right here from...
Oh, almost a good try right there by number 5. Kayla Reed is right there in the box. Couldn't really get a foot on it.
Uh-oh.
And another try from far out. And it is a great thing we have nets back there. Otherwise, there was a bend that would have been dented.
Kayla Reed had a great opportunity, but you have to give it to Amber Bari, the goalkeeper from Georgia Southwestern. That was a great save. She didn't even have time to get down and use her hands on that one, but it was a really good play. She let it deflect off of her knees, got right back up as fast as she could, and she ran right back into the middle to defend her position. She did a great job on that.
And catch up with the nation's winningest high school football team every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Wildcat Tradition. Coach Rance Gillespie and host Monty Long bring you last week's highlights and keys to the upcoming action under Friday Night Lights. Wildcat Tradition brought to you in part by VSU TV, Cable Channel 20.
Whoa, and a little scare there from that header heading out of bounds to some of our crew. That looks like that ball flew right over our camera person, Brittany Strain, over there, and definitely a scare down there on the sidelines. We're glad we were able to get that taken care of.
It's like maybe VSU is trying to pick up the pace as we do only have 10 minutes left in this half. Great footwork right there and a shot on goal.
What a great shot!
Goal! Great shot right there. What touch on that ball, Josiah. I don't think that we expected that at all.
Number 12, Sarah.
Not sure if that was number 12. I think that was number 13, Lauren Hale. Yes, that was number 13, Lauren Hale, with the great kick.
Folks, that may have been probably a good 25 to between a 25 to 30-yard shot, right in the right upper 90 of the goal. And the keeper really, she couldn't even. I mean, the keeper from Georgia Southwestern, Amber Bari, she's only 5'5", even though we know that she can get up there and defend that corner. But that really was placed perfectly.
That shot needs to be submitted to ESPN's top 10.
That was definitely a top 10 contender right there. That was a great shot to put up the Blazers 2-0 with about 9 minutes left in the first half. What a great shot, Darren. That is great action on the first day.
I mean, I saw her with the touch on the ball, dribbling down the field, but I did not expect that shot. That was tremendous.
And really, that's just great awareness, knowing where you are on the field and knowing what your limits are and being comfortable with taking shots from out there. I mean, that can only make Mel Hines happy as our head coach. I mean, I mean, stuff like that, it's almost impossible to practice because you really get rare opportunities like that rarely. And for her to take that shot with confidence, and it was just that was a great moment.
And here's another through ball. We have number 13 right here with another touch on the ball.
Oh.
And a great shot by Bahari. Kayla Reed gets it.
And folks, I thought that was a foul right there, Darren. That looked like a little
And
bit.
another shot on goal again right there by Lauren Hale. Lauren Hale has come into this game with a fury.
Hale is just really bombarding this Georgia Southwestern defense right now. She's coming from all directions. And it looked like our number 18, Kayla Reed, right there, may have gotten a little push in the back. You know, when she fell in that box. I mean, I was expecting probably a penalty right there, maybe leading to a penalty kick, but it was close as we have a substitution here. And that was number 17. Number 17 coming in for number 6.
No, it looked like yes, number 6 coming in for number 17.
Yes, that's Cheryl
Sloggy. Excuse the confusion, folks. And it was like Georgia Southwestern making a run finally on VSU's side of the field or of the pitch.
And that was a great tackle
terms.
right there. Ooh.
And Josiah, it really seems like VSU is serving notice to the rest of the soccer teams, especially the GSC, that, hey, they're here and that they're going to be for real this year.
I mean, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with what it looks like right here. I mean, we haven't seen them play against any other type of competition, but looking at the skills and the teamwork that we've seen tonight, it's really scary to see, you know, what they're capable of, and just to think that this team is so heavily loaded with freshmen, it being an inaugural year. I mean, all these girls are going to do is just grow and develop their skills. And with developing those skills, it's just great to see this type of work and this type of work ethic that the offense is making right now, just completely dominating Georgia Southwestern with a 10-0 mark.
A great job right there by Olivia Mills, as
pure athleticism.
The ball right there looked like it was bumbled by number 10, Ariel Sabina, one of the first mistakes she'd made all this game.
She's just an athlete. She's been to cup championships all around the nation with different club teams and with high school teams, and really Olivia Mills, she knows the ins and outs of her position, and that was just a great decision in seeing what was possible and just driving up and putting pressure on the offense and not just lagging back on her heels.
And right now, VSU is dominating the shots on goal here, as they have 10 and Georgia Southwestern has nothing.
With only about 6 minutes left in the first half. With all the action that we've seen, Darian, it feels like it was a quick first half. It looks like more than anything, Georgia Southwestern is just playing keep away in the middle of the field. I mean, just really they're trying to get some passes in, but not too much offensive flow, not too much pressure as far as, the white jerseys just running up in there, and the defense having so much trust in their midfield and being able to control the game. They've been pushing up past the halfway point of the field the whole day with a hard push right there.
Number 23, Courtney Simpson, laying someone out right there.
Yeah, she definitely put her whole body into that shot on what it looks like it was our number 30, Lauren Ingram, which may have been the other substitution that we didn't get to see earlier.
Here's another through ball right here.
Open goal. Oh.
And Bahari having a tough time getting up right now. And it looks like she's hurting.
Yeah, it looks like Bari got hit on the play.
The referee stopping the game, as the goalkeeper for Georgia Southwestern, Bahari, is really hurting right now.
Yeah, Bari has a trainer out there checking her out, seeing what happened. It looked like she did take a little bit of a shot. And the refs will stop the clock here. just to make sure that the keeper's okay.
And right now it seems like the goalkeeper for VSU and her defenders are taking the time right now to get some things straightened out about that last bumbled play.
And it looks like Georgia Southwestern keeper Bari may have taken a shot to the face. Well, I see that they have a towel out there and they are tending to her face. She might actually have a slight nosebleed, but Georgia Southwestern is getting their secondary and backup goalkeeper, Jordan Burchett, a freshman from Cairo, Georgia, ready, and she looks like she's stretching a little bit, and they might have to bring her in.
And we do hope that Bahari is okay as both teams have returned to their benches. And Josiah, what do you think that Coach Melissa Hines is telling her team right now?
Well, I'm sure that Coach Hines is very proud of her team. I mean, even as we look over there right now, she's not even in the huddle right there. I guess she's letting the team, I guess she's letting the team, you know, kind of work out, see anything else that they can improve, anywhere else that they could go. But Coach Hines can't be anything but happy with the offensive flow and the tempo that they've had in the game. They've been keeping it fast-paced, just keep pouring it on. They haven't let up even after the first and second goals, even though we've seen a lot of great action. And really, I mean, there's not much that a coach can tell her team when, you know, they're leading 10-0 in the shot scale almost at halftime. So, I mean, that'll tell you something right there, that the defense is doing their job. The offense is just keeping the pressure up, and looks like Georgia Southwestern really doesn't have an answer right now. But it does look like Bahari's going to stay in the game. She's standing up now. She looks fine.
And Bahari is going to stay in the game.
And that's good to see. Even though, you know, it is a rival, you know, game, and it does look as if, you know, Georgia, I mean, the Blazers are really trying to, you know, enforce their will and play well. I mean, you never like to see an opposing player go down, and it was actually quite a dangerous play, and it's good to see the Bahari's up and ready to get it going again.
Now the interesting question is, what is the referee going to do? He just drops the ball and lets VSU and Georgia Southwestern
Yes,
fight it out.
that's protocol, because there was actually no penalty on the play. There was no fouls called or anything like that. It was just a referee timeout just to make sure that Bahari was okay. So they really try to remember where the ball was when they stopped play, and they kind of like to drop it in almost hockey style right there.
We're coming up on 4 minutes left in the half. And we see VSU gaining control of the ball again, sending it back out to midfield to set things up.
Yes, it looks like VSU now, with the last couple of minutes left in the first half, they're doing a little bit of they're showing a little bit of strategy with a great through ball right there to number 13.
And another cross and a good save right there by Bahari as she catches the ball and doesn't really allow number 3, Abby Edwards, to get a foot or a head on it.
Yeah, that was definitely a great through ball to Lauren Hale, number 13, on the left side, and she had an opportunity, and Bahari did make a great play coming back out there from the box. That's really one of the most difficult decisions as far as keeping is concerned, is, you know, knowing when to stay back and you know, waiting on the hard shot on goal, or knowing when to pressure up and trying to stop the play before it could even happen.
And another through ball attempt to number 8, Rebecca Miller. And Georgia Southwestern clears it out. Miller has the ball again in the box. And it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. Kayla Reed loses possession of the ball in the box and is cleared out again by Georgia Southwestern.
Here they go switching sides again. Nice little drop back pass to Caroline Moore. And Moore, great fake going to her left. And a great ball back in the middle. More flashing some of those skills. Looks like she turned on the FIFA highlight stick there almost for a second. Got a little bit of a roar out from the crowd on that one.
And
Fancy footwork.
free kick taken and sent to midfield.
I don't think I've seen a single penalty kick or free kick or goal kick coming from Georgia Southwestern that that the Blazers haven't controlled around midfield. They're just doing a great job getting in position and staying in front of their defenders.
Georgia Southwestern with a through ball. But again, VSU takes control of it.
Quickly cleaned up by Caroline Moore, who looks like she's dropping back into the defender area as Mills throws it right out to her.
Left in the first half. 1 minute.
And Ariel Sabina again controlling the ball back there.
Just complete dominance and control on the defensive side of the field for the Blazers.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And as the clock winds down right here, folks, there will be no extra stoppage time.
And that's going to be halftime right there as we see a completely dominating performance right there by VSU. Joe Size, do you have anything to add? I mean, VSU really putting their mark on this game.
I mean, if you could just put one word on it, Darian, it's just textbook. That's really all you want to see from the first half, the first game ever in Blazer history. That's really what you like to see right there. You like to see a lot of offense, a lot of action, a lot of control. They've really just imposed their will on them the first half. Hopefully they can come back out the second half and continue up on that note. And really, it's just a great sight to see, especially with all these fans out here, and it really showcases, you know, how great of a school, how great of a sports program we have.
And just to recap the scores that we had, Hannah Mulkey with the header from about 15 yards away with 28 minutes into the game, and a beautiful shot by Lauren Hale just from distance, I'll say about 25, 30 yards away, that the goalkeeper just could not do anything about. So congratulations right there to those two. And we'll be right back here on VSU TV.